Hi, I'm Matthew. We've just finished week 3 at Stugan, and in this time a lot of people have played my game and I've collected a lot of feedback. I've sort of noticed that I'm writing down the same feedback over and over again and the same observations from the playtests. I guess there are some sort of big usability problems in the game, and I've put off fixing them because they seemed really hard to fix. But now I look back on my notes from like 5 playtests, I realize I should have been changing something every time on these big problems. That way, I would at least have 5 different pieces of information. You know, I would know 5 wrong ways of solving the problem at worst, and maybe I actually would have figured out a really good way of solving the problem. So, thinking along those lines, I have made a list of about 30 problems that came through in every single playtest, and I'm just fixing them all as quickly as I can in the cheapest possible way. So for example, if a control is confusing, I now display the control instructions in huge text in the middle of the screen so you can't possibly miss it. And I've been adding a lot of hints for how you can interact with different things in the game. A lot of work on making it clearer basically what's going on. Also, health bars appear over enemies whenever you hurt them, so it's really obvious how much health they have and whether you're doing damage or not. I think the health bars are really ugly, and I would love to replace it with some cooler damage system, like the enemies bleed or they get darker or something. But the health bar is a really quick fix, and I can see if that solves the problem before I iterate into something better. I also added 2 new enemies, the Burr, which is a sort of spinning enemy, and the Defender, which is a shooting enemy. And that's about it. Mostly doing those usability fixes so that next time I run a playtest, I will hopefully get some new information. That's all for this week. See you next time.